Welcome to the virtual college fair for all Virginia students, sponsored by the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admission Counselors and StriveScan. Before we get started with our presentations this afternoon, just a few quick housekeeping items. The first is that to ask questions of the panelists, please feel free to use the Q&A button. Also, just a reminder that your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists will not be able to see or hear you. Also, there are more sessions occurring, so please feel free to sign up for additional sessions at the same website where you signed up for this afternoon session. And about 1 week from today, a recording of this session will be available on that same registration website. Without further ado, I'd like to go ahead and introduce our first panelist, which will be the University of Lynchburg.
Hi everyone, my name is Maggie Flynn. I'm an Assistant Director of Admissions here at University of Lynchburg. I'm also a 2016 alum. I also have my colleague Gabby on the call here with us to be able to check on that Q&A and answer any questions as we go. But I'm excited to share a little bit of information about University of Lynchburg and a little bit about what opportunities might be available here for you. So we are located in Central Virginia in the city of Lynchburg. It's a thriving medium-sized city with recent rankings as one of the top cities for millennials to move to and one of the healthiest and happiest cities. We're known as one of the colleges that change lives. Changing lives is what we do best, and it shows. We rank among the region's best colleges and universities, and our education holds significant value. We have about 2,000 undergraduate students and 1,000 graduate students. The average class size is about 16 with a student to faculty ratio of 11:1. Students come to Lynchburg from across the country and the globe, from over 35 different states and 15 different countries. We offer more than 100 majors, minors, and pre-professional programs. So whatever it is you're interested in, we probably have what you're looking for. If you change your mind, we have options. And if you're not sure, you really have the freedom to really explore, to find what's going to fit you best alongside professors and advisors that help and guide you along the way. 91% of our students report being satisfied with their overall academic experience. Maybe you already know you want to be something like a physician assistant or physical therapist or athletic trainer. We have a number of pathways to hold seats for Lynchburg students in our master's or doctorate programs. Make sure to check out our website for more information on these or other direct admit pathway programs if you're interested. Whichever academic field or career path you choose to pursue, we want to ensure that you're receiving a high impact education and really taking that to the next level. So how exactly do we help students achieve that? Through things like internships. Nick here that you'll see on the screen, he built telescope parts on a 3D printer for our observatory, and he received an internship because of his research with the Department of Energy. Some of our other recent placements have included NBC, Tesla, ESPN, and Amazon. Study abroad is another way of achieving that high impact education. Almost a third of our students will end up studying abroad here. We see students studying in Vietnam, Iceland, India, Guatemala. I spent a semester abroad in Argentina, truly all over the world. There are scholarships and grants specifically designed for students that make study abroad an option for everyone. Additionally, we offer robust opportunities for students to complete research. More than half of our students will complete research alongside professors, which is a big reason so many of our students are accepted into graduate programs. Here at University of Lynchburg, we're invested in your future and ready to help you find and reach your goals. Here are just a few of the things some of our recent graduates and not so recent graduates are doing now. Nat Ladon graduated in 2018 as a double major in communication studies and art for photography. At Lynchburg, she was getting paying gigs from nationally recognized athletic teams before she even graduated. Now she shoots photos full-time for Duke Athletics. Jamar Hawkins is a 2004 graduate, majored in health promotion, and he's now a senior policy coordinator with the Department of Health and Human Services. He also serves as our alumni board chair. Francesca Vasquez is class of 2000 computer science graduate. She's now working for Amazon as the head of America Solutions Architecture and Customer Success. Twice a year, alumni return to campus to connect and network with current students, serving as mentors and helpful resources for students wanting to set up internships or find that first job. Obviously, academics and opportunities are a big priority here at University of Lynchburg, but it's not just all studying. After class, there's always something to do and some way to get involved. With over 70 different clubs, an outdoor leadership program, fraternity and sorority life, community engagement, and over 2,000 events held on campus every year, we promise you won't get bored. We're pretty serious about sports here too. More than half of our students are involved in sports in one way or another, and we're actually the only Division III team to stream games online on ESPN3. With 24 intercollegiate varsity sports and even more club and intramural opportunities available, there's definitely something that fits whatever kind of level of sports and recreation you're looking for. If this sounds like it could be a good fit for you, the next step would be to apply. The majority of students that apply do so through our online application on our own website, but we're also members of the Common App and the Coalition applications. It's free to apply, and the only required material in addition to the app itself is a high school transcript. An essay and letters of recommendation are not required, but I always encourage students to submit those. We review every application individually and holistically, so those are always my favorite parts of an application to read. Test scores are also optional for applicants this year, and the most important thing to note about that is that students will be considered and receive academic merit scholarship, whether or not they choose to submit those test scores. We have rolling admissions, and the sooner you can apply, the better. We're typically able to provide an admission decision within just about 2 to 3 weeks. So again, the earlier you apply, that means the earlier you're able to get that decision back. Once you've applied and hopefully been admitted, or if you're kind of starting off this college search process early, we'd love to invite you to campus for a private visit, which we are offering, or you can check out any of our online virtual tours or open house. That's all the info I have to share with you now about the University of Lynchburg. So thanks for tuning in. Don't hesitate to reach out or throw those questions in the Q&A, and I hope to see you on campus soon.
Hey, thank you very much, University of Lynchburg. Our next presenter will be Stevenson University.
Hi everyone, my name is Katie Reynolds from Stevenson University. I'm the representative for all of Virginia, so I'm excited to share with you why we like to say it's always a great day to be a Mustang, which is our campus mascot. So Stevenson University is a private institution located in Maryland. We are actually located in Baltimore County, so we are 30 minutes north of downtown Baltimore. So that is a great location for students who are looking to be outside a major metropolitan city, but don't necessarily want a downtown campus. So we are in the suburbs, but do have great access to the city of Baltimore for internships, off-site research, but also fun things, attending events, visiting. A lot of our classes will sponsor trips to visit businesses and learn from professionals in the area. So it is a great location to be in and for our students to have access to. We are a small, very close-knit institution. We have just under 3,000 full-time students on campus. So as you can see, our average class size is about 17 students, and our student-to-faculty ratio is about 15:1. So our faculty really work hard at serving as a resource for students and really helping our students succeed in 4 years, but also talking about succeeding beyond the classroom and beyond the 4-year experience. We're really big on career exploration and career development. So you will be engaged with our faculty throughout your 4 years at Stevenson, inside and outside the classroom. They are a great resource for our students. We are focused on that career exploration piece, and 100% of our majors provide opportunities for that. And most of our students are actually required to complete career exploration as part of their major. So that could either be an internship, a research project, or a capstone course, which would be a problem-solving course that students take in their senior year. So lots of opportunities to build that resume and get that experience in order to be, again, successful beyond the 4 years at Stevenson. So we are having those career conversations from your first year on campus. We're a very diverse institution, which is something we take a lot of pride in, particularly for being a small size institution. So I always say you have the ability to meet lots of different people on campus, people who look like you, people who don't look like you, who come from similar backgrounds, and who come from very different backgrounds as well. We have over 90 academic programs. I'll show you our list of majors in the next slide, but academic programs also include minors. We have professional minors, which are very unique. So minors in things like entrepreneurship, software design and coding, some unique programs there. Tracks, which are focus areas within majors, and pre-professional programs. So those are things like pre-med, pre-law. These are all of our majors. Our most popular major is nursing, and it is direct entry, so students can be admitted right away, which is a huge benefit. Other popular programs include business administration, criminal justice, biology, psychology is very popular as well. Also deciding, students who haven't determined a particular major and will work with you very closely to figure out which program might be best for you. We also have some really unique programs as well. Fashion design, film and moving image, biomedical engineering, cybersecurity and digital forensics. We have a little bit of something for almost everyone. So lots of great things to choose from, which is awesome. Got a little excited. I do want to very quickly talk about our 3 scholars programs. These are 3 four-year programs that combine inside and outside the classroom experiences, opportunity for lots of collaboration between you and other students in the programs, but also you and faculty. So really elevates your Stevenson experience and provides for some exceptional opportunities. The first is our honors program. Again, it's not just honors classes, it's also working collaboratively with upperclassmen when you're a new student, as well as faculty. It is invitation only by the admissions office, so no separate application or deadline for our honors program. We invite students as part of the admission review process. Leadership and service scholars are also 4-year programs focused in those 2 particular areas. So for students who have an interest in those, it's a great opportunity to expand your horizons and get even more experiences from high school at Stevenson in those areas. There is a 3.3 required GPA and a separate application for leadership and service. And you can check out and learn more about all 3 programs at stevenson.edu/SU Scholars. Our application process has 3 main pieces: submitting the online application, which is free, having your high school send your official transcript, and sending in your essay and short response, which is part of actually filling out the online application. We are also rolling admissions, so once all the materials are in, we typically mail out decisions within about 3 to 4 weeks. We don't use early action or early decision deadlines. All of our deadlines are related to scholarship review, which I'll show in a moment. We are also test optional for this year, and letters of recommendation are optional as well. We have very generous scholarship programs you can see listed here. I don't have the ability to go into all of them, but I do want to highlight that we're very generous in our programs, and our goal is to really reward you for your hard work and recognize your achievements. And you can also see our earliest deadline on here, which is December 1st, which is a 2-part deadline for priority merit scholarship review, which is the first bullet point listed, as well as for students who are applying separately for our full tuition scholarship, the Presidential Fellowship. And you can see we also have theater and visual arts scholarships as well for students in those majors. So those are our only major specific awards, and everything to the bottom, which is the Founder Scholarship, which is interview based. So really our easiest scholarship, you just have to have a conversation with us. It's not really a strict, super serious interview. These are all of our deadlines listed out. So again, our first deadline is December 1st for priority merit-based scholarship consideration review, as well as students applying for the full tuition Presidential Fellowship scholarship. January 15th is for service leaders visual arts. February 1st is final scholarship, and we do review applications after that, but most of our students apply by scholarship deadlines. Almost at my end, but I do want to quickly mention we do have visits. You can register at stevenson.edu/visit. And then here is my contact information. Like I said, I am the representative for the entire state of Virginia. So you can feel free to email me, text me, or call me, or schedule a meeting online at stevenson.edu/meetcounselor. Thanks, everyone.
Great. Thank you very much, Stevenson. Our next presenter is Virginia Military Institute.
All right, everyone. My name is Chase Perry. I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions here at VMI. VMI, we are a state-supported, hold on a second, let me share my screen, sorry about that. State-supported military school. We're the oldest state-supported military school in the country. What you can see here, we're one of 6 senior military colleges located in Lexington, Virginia. We have about 1,700 students. offer Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of Art degrees offered in engineering, natural sciences, and liberal arts majors with a student to faculty ratio of 10-1. All of our students participate in an ROTC class and program, whether they are commissioning after graduation or not. About 50 to 60% of our students do commission, and we do offer all four ROTCs, Army, Navy, Marine, and the Air Force option. Within that Air Force option, we also have some students that are seeking a commission in the Space Force currently. What to expect from VMI: a Spartan lifestyle with structure, discipline, honor, and more importantly, we challenge you every day, both inside the classroom and out. It's designed to instill lifelong traits of integrity, devotion to duty, self-discipline, and self-reliance. You're not going to just come to VMI and go to a class. You're going to go through all the other programs as well, and the leadership programs that come along with it. What we're looking for from you, we really want to see physically fit, honorable men and women who are leaders in their school and community. Really, we want to see that you're balancing extracurriculars with the academic success, because we're going to keep you plenty busy when we get you here. So the more you're developing those skills, time management skills, leadership skills at the high school level, the easier of an adjustment it is when we get you here. ROTC at VMI, I mentioned we have all four ROTC branches offered, as well as the Space Force option. We do have from time to time folks go through the Navy Department, and they also are able to commission through the Coast Guard as well. Again, commission is optional, but ROTC scholarships are a big part of why a lot of folks are going through the program here. You apply for the ROTC scholarships separately through the individual branches, and you can apply for 3 of those. You can apply for the Army, Air Force, and you choose Navy or Marine. If you're unsure on which branch, I advise folks to apply for all 3 if they are willing to help pay for a pretty significant portion of your college tuition. Then that may make your decision on which branch a little bit easier. Academics at VMI, I think oftentimes gets lost in the shadows of the military aspect, but at VMI we have the academic portion is just as important. 10-1 student teacher ratio, professors know who you are, know what you're doing, really invested in you and your success. A lot of them double as TAC officers in barracks. They coach club sports, somehow involved in cadets lives outside the classroom, really builds a small, tight-knit community type feel that I think all schools have, but we are at a much steeper pace on that. You look at our 14 majors, we only have 14 majors. We don't get overly specific, but if you don't see exactly what you're looking for there, we do offer a very wide range of minors and concentrations off of that. One of our most popular minors would be our national security minor off the international studies degree, as well as our brand new cybersecurity minor off of the computer and information sciences degree. That's becoming very popular with folks looking at the both serving in the military, but also looking at serving, State Department, other federal level positions. In the admissions side, we have 2 types of applications. We have early decision and regular decision. Early decision, everything is due November 15th. We get you an answer by December 15th with your reservation deadline being February 15th. Regular decision slows that down a little bit. Everything is due February 1. We get you an answer mid to late March, and then your reservation deadline would be May 1. We are test optional for this year, and we will be reviewing that on a year-to-year basis here out. Financial aid, over 80% of our students receive some form of financial aid. 56% receive need-based aid, and then they receive the ROTC and the athletic scholarships as well. We are offering both on-site and virtual interviews for folks, and we are in the middle of doing some on-site open house programs Saturday only. You see our website here. Just jump on there and you'll see the dates for those. Hope that you can come see us.
Thank you, VMI. Up next will be Davis and Elkins College.
I'll share my screen and show you a quick video. The world looks a lot different now. A number of things are uncertain, but it's in uncertainty that leaders rise.
COVID has presented a lot of obstacles to us as an institution because we are a hands-on institution. We're all about an individual relationship with students.
Despite uncertainty, some things stay the same.
But I would have to say the basis of Davis and Elkins, which is all about the transformation of lives, has not changed. Being in a small institution, we get to know them so much better that they're not so much a number, more so we know their name. You won't just go to a class of 300 and be a lasting role. That has allowed us to really see more of each other and become closer together.
Students are encouraged to celebrate their diversity, express their creativity, engage in competition, and seize their futures.
A lot of opportunities for students to be involved on campus. They can grow as leaders. They can rise to the top in a variety of ways on campus.
We have student organizations that fit just about any thought, desire, or need of a college student. Anything from the accounting club to the Black student.
You'll be exposed to new ideas and challenges outside of the classroom.
D&E provides a different array of opportunities to the students because they do have connections. There's a big alumni base and a lot of successful alumni there that do provide opportunities for the students to, maybe go do an internship or have those other experiences that you may not have at a larger school.
During your time at Davis and Elkins, you will learn skills and tools that will translate to success in the workplace.
Through D&E, I was able to spend a full summer at Johns Hopkins University and West Virginia University doing biomedical research internships, which I don't think I would have been able to do otherwise.
Our campus is nestled in the town of Elkins, West Virginia, where students are welcomed as part of the community.
It is hidden jewel of the area. We have some of the best fishing in the country, some of the best hiking trails, some of the best state parks, some of the best skiing.
At Davis and Elkins College, the experience is about more than an education. It is about building a future.
The most unique thing about D&E is being able to walk to a classroom, see 4 or 5 people that you know. It's just that friendliness that honestly that's what it's like. It's like family. It's fantastic to have that, especially being 3,000 miles from home.
The reason I chose Davis and Elkins College was because it was such a close-knit community. When I visited on campus for the first time, I felt like I was at home, and I loved being up in the middle of the woods and all the scenery and the architecture of buildings.
D&E is a safe place, not only physically safe here, but it's a safe place for them to change their mind, for them to change their major, for them to change direction, and that we will be there to support them every step of the way, because ultimately what we want is for them to find what it is that brings meaning and purpose to life.
Things on campus may look different than the typical college experience, but our students have never been typical. Join us today in leading the way.
I think that video represents the town of Elkins and Davis and Elkins College really well. You can see just how kind of a close-knit community we are. And if you did like the video and like what you saw there, I encourage you to apply to D&E. Just go to our website, dewv.edu, fill out an online application. It's pretty simple, it's free, there's no essay required. We are test optional and rolling admission. And we have a virtual open house coming up on October 28th, which is another great way to hear from some of the faculty and the staff at D&E and some of the other students and just get to know us a little bit better. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much, Davis and Elkins. Our next presenter will be UC Berkeley.
Alrighty, everybody, let me go ahead and share my screen really quickly and we will get started. All right. All right. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joy Howard. I'm an assistant director in the Office of Undergrad Admissions at University of California, Berkeley. Also manage the territory of the Mid-Atlantic region. So that's Virginia up through New Jersey. So I will be your point of contact and look forward to hopefully meeting you guys in the future if not, I've already spoken to you. So the University of California, Berkeley, we are a 4-year public institution. We are the flagship campus for the University of California system as a whole, which includes 9 undergraduate campuses. See all of our sister campuses reflected here. So we always encourage you all to do a little research on all of us, just because we do vary in some significant ways, and one may be a better fit than others. But in addition, we do share one commonality in that we all share the UC application. It's the only place that you can find us, not on Common App, Universal Coalition, no other application, just the UC application. Now, Berkeley, we are located in Northern California, about 25 minutes outside of San Francisco. You can see the skyline from our campus. We're also about 12 minutes to Oakland, 45 minutes from Silicon Valley, same amount of time to Napa Valley, and about an hour and a half to Sacramento. So you're very centrally located, and there are a lot of resources that you all can take full advantage of. And that's one of the benefits, whether it be for internships or research and or job opportunities. Now, what makes Berkeley one of the top public schools in the world, hands down, primarily are the students. We have over 30,000 undergraduate students. We have over 11,000 graduate level students representing all 50 states, US territories, and about 90 different countries. So it's a very diverse community. 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So you have about 70% of your courses being 30 students or less. So we do a lot to make sure that you have access to faculty and resources ranging from a residential program where faculty live in dorms with their families to freshman and sophomore seminars that are small groups working with faculty. We offer a lot of different academic programs, over 100 undergraduate majors, with our College of Letters and Science being our largest college, has about 75% of our undergraduate students, including your arts and humanity majors, biological sciences, physical sciences and mathematics, your social sciences, and also interdisciplinary study majors. But we also have one of the few colleges of chemistry in the nation, one of our smaller colleges. We also have the College of Engineering, which was our most competitive program to be admitted to coming onto the campus, one of the best programs in the nation, pretty broad range of majors. Environmental design. This particular one includes like majors like architecture, urban design, one of our other smaller colleges. Rausser College of Natural Resources is our green college. If you're thinking about something in environmental sciences, this may be a great route. And then Berkeley Haas, our School of Business, second oldest business school in the US, one of the top ranked. Excellent program, wonderful reputation. Okay, research is heavy on campus, a lot that you guys can take advantage of, whether it be through our undergraduate research apprenticeship program, where you're able to work with faculty one-on-one, or through our STEM Excellence in Equity and Diversity program, SEED Scholars, which is a 4-year program that helps students coming from underrepresented backgrounds or marginalized communities and helps you apply for graduate school. You have a lot of options. Student life equally as strong, over 1,200 student groups and organizations. There is a lot to do. We're a very vibrant community, whether that's something in the academic-based, cultural-based groups, whether that be Greek life, it's all there. In addition, housing-themed programs are a great way to find community. We have programs for young women in STEM to students who are focused on the global environment. If you know us as Cal, you know we have a long-standing tradition in athletics. We are Division I. We're part of the Pac-12 conference, 30 different varsity teams. We have also club sports, and we have intramural sports. So a lot of ways to be engaged in athletics, either as an athlete or just as a fan. Leadership is also very important to us. One of the best ways you can kind of get your feet wet is through our Lead Center, which can teach you everything about different workshops to how do you start your own particular program on campus, but also maybe engage through the Public Service Center, which has on and off campus programs such as alternative spring break programs, or something on campus where we have a program called BILL, where students help local youth learn how to read. So a lot of ways to be engaged. And then some basic key points about our process. We practice a holistic admissions review, where we're looking at everything in the application in totality to make an informed decision if you're a great fit for our campus. Big change to our process this year, we are also per se what we call test free. So we will not be considering your SAT or SAT in any of our admission processes. We won't even see those scores, not even for scholarship consideration. So that's a big change. Authentic and innovative. Tell your story on the application. Please make sure the holistic process works by giving us a full picture of who you are as an applicant. We have a very diverse team that reads your applications, so we have a lot of checks and balances. Your application will be read by a minimum of 2 people to make sure we have different perspectives. Personal insight questions, these are essays. There are 8 questions. You guys have to answer 4 out of the 8. Short answer, 350 words per response. So treat them like an interview or a conversation. Tell your story. This is all about you, so please be authentic. And then resources. You have me as a resource, please connect with me. If you're filling out the application, we also have a processing center that you can reach out to with questions about the application. All right, that is my time. please connect with us virtually. We have a Discover Berkeley virtual series taking place throughout November with a lot of different offerings, including student panels. Please check online at our admissions website to learn more about the program and also be able to connect with me. Thank you guys so much. Please be safe and look forward to hearing from you. All right, thank you.
Thank you, UC Berkeley. And our final presenter will be McDaniel College.
Hello, everyone. There we go. Awesome. Hi, everyone. My name is Kelsey. I am one of the admissions counselors at McDaniel College. Super excited to be here and share some information with you. I do work with all of the students in Virginia, so I will be your point of contact for all things McDaniel. I actually came from Virginia myself. I graduated from McDaniel in 2019. So if you do have any worries about moving up north to Maryland, definitely let me know. And I'm happy to chat about my whole experience. They love their flag. They wear it all over. That was the biggest difference I saw when I moved up to Maryland. But I'd be happy to share any sort of stories with you if you are interested. So McDaniel College is a small private liberal arts and sciences school. We are located up in Westminster, Maryland. We're about 45 minutes north of Baltimore, and I'd say about 20 to 30 minutes south of Pennsylvania. Three of the other cities that students usually like to just go out and hang out in are Owings Mills, Towson, and Frederick. All of those are about 30 minutes away, and Stevenson University actually is pretty close to us. So if you are up there visiting them or up there visiting us, you should definitely check out the other campuses in Maryland as well. On campus, we have about 1,800 undergrad students, so we are relatively small. Our average class size is about 15 to 17, but you will never have any more than 30 students in a classroom. So no big lecture halls with the professor down at the front. And all of our classes are professor taught. We do not have any sort of student teaching available for classes. About 85% of our students do live on campus, and I'll probably talk about that a little bit later. But as someone who came from Virginia to a Maryland school, I didn't feel like everyone was constantly going home on the weekends. I think about 60% of our campus are students from Maryland. So they do have the chance to go home, but most of the time students do stay on campus just to either do homework or participate in different activities and clubs. So I never really felt like McDaniel was a suitcase school. About 95% of our students receive some sort of financial aid and assistance. Being a private institution, we are a little bit more on the generous side with our financial aid packages, so definitely check out the website for more information on that. Our average student to professor ratio is about 12 to 1. I already talked a little bit about the class size there. About 37% of our students are students of color, and about 40 to 42% of our students are first generation students. So with being a liberal arts institution, we do have a wide variety of majors and minors to pick from. But these are two very unique pieces to our academic curriculum that I wanted to share with you today. So first is our McDaniel plan. This is going to be your core general education requirement plan, where you'll fill out a couple different requirements as you go through your 4 years as a student. Pretty broad categories that you'll fulfill, but within each of the categories are about 30 to 40 different courses that you can pick from, really based on your own personal passions and interests and whatnot. I was super undecided. I can't stress that enough. So the McDaniel plan really helped me to be able to explore a lot of the different options we had before settling on a major at the end of my sophomore year. If you come to McDaniel and you already know what you would like to do, you can do some of those major classes on the intro level and then do maybe a little bit of McDaniel plan courses and kind of make it a mixture. The whole plan is very flexible. So again, you really can use that to fulfill your own interests outside of your majors. And that's really the main goal, is to be able to develop skills outside of those programs of focus to make you a little bit more versatile and flexible, especially after you've graduated. So that way, you know, when you are looking at jobs, you can show on your resume, yes, I'm an expert in this field, but I also have some background knowledge on other disciplines that really set me apart from other candidates. Our McDaniel plan is a little bit newer and there are a lot of moving pieces to it, so I'm only going to be able to really scratch the surface. But our McDaniel commitment is our guarantee that all of our students will have 2 experiential learning opportunities at some point during their time as a student. So this could be study abroad, service learning, internships, some of the classes we offer. There's a lot of ways to fulfill the McDaniel commitment, and there will be plenty of resources to help you find where those opportunities lie. So definitely use your professors. You know, we are a smart school, so they really will take the time to get to know you, whether it's a professor, an advisor. We have an awesome career development office. There's a lot of places you can turn to really find those opportunities for yourself. Campus life, I cannot stress this enough. We are such an awesome, campus community, very tight knit, very family oriented, in my opinion. I visited, I think, 3 different times, and every time I went, I felt more and more at home. As I mentioned earlier, about 85% of our students do live on campus, and we do have a pretty wide variety of different activities, organizations, clubs. We have Greek life on campus. We have service clubs and religious clubs, cultural clubs. We have intramural sports teams. You name it, we probably have it. And if we don't, it's very easy to start your own organization as well. We are a Division III school, part of the Centennial Conference, just meaning that we've been around for over 100 years, and we have 24 varsity athletic teams. I happen to be the athletic liaison, so if anyone out there is interested in playing a sport, definitely let me know, and I can get you connected with one of our coaches. We have a gorgeous theater, and then we have a music hall as well. So if you're interested in either of those activities, we do offer both. And then, of course, like any other institution, we have a lot of fun traditions and events. I do want to go over some application information. I know the big question of the hour is all about test optional. McDaniel College is test optional. We've been test optional for a few years. We really do not take into account your test scores, whether it's about your just general admission, your merit scholarship, or honors consideration. So I usually say just save the $12. Don't stress about it too much, but you are more than welcome to self-report if you would like. As you see on here, we are part of the common application or our own McDaniel application. And if you visit campus before you apply, you will receive $1,000 on top of any scholarship that you receive from us. We are, like I said, open for on-campus visits, and then we do have some virtual visits online, so definitely check those out. And if you do have any other questions about our review process, please reach out. I'd be happy to chat. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much, McDaniel. As we do have a few minutes remaining, and for the sake of students who are not able to ask questions today, perhaps we could go around just very quickly and answer either what's a frequently asked question that you receive that you'd like to address, or what's something you didn't include in your presentation that you'd quickly like to go over, an event, tradition, or something that you really like about your school. So why don't we go in the same order, and we'll start with Lynchburg.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one thing I didn't get to touch on is when students actually declare a major at University of Lynchburg, which I think is always helpful to know. So students aren't required to declare a major until the end of their sophomore year here. And I think that's one thing that stresses a lot of students out in the process is, oh my gosh, I have to apply and know what I'm majoring in. But it's okay to not completely know. It's okay to have an idea, and it's okay to change your mind. So I just think being open to what's out there and keeping your mind open is probably one of the biggest pieces of advice I can share.
Great, thank you. Stevenson?
Yeah, something when you only have 6 minutes, it's limited, but something that, when you have more time, I like to touch on the resources that we have on campus. And a few schools did talk about some of their great programs, but we have student success coaches, which are full-time professional staff advisors for all of our freshmen. So every single freshman receives personalized required advising that they have to attend in the first year. And it's great because it's a big change going from high school to college, whether you go to college in your hometown or go to college out of state. There's a lot of changes. So we have it built in that students are required to meet with someone. So it's nice to know that you have someone who has your back and who's going to check on you and make sure you're doing okay. So I think figuring out the resources that each school offers and what's going to be the best fit for you.
Thank you. UC Berkeley?
Sure. One thing that I didn't talk about was that with the UC application, it is online and it's completely self-reported information. A lot of times students are confused by that point. So everything that I review, you guys are going to 100% self-report. So you're not sending us any transcripts up front, no test score reports, anything of that nature. Those documents should be in front of you just so that you're accurate, you're not forgetting anything. So for your use, but we will not require those until after you've been admitted, you decided to attend, then we will request those particular documents. So please note that, and please make sure that you are thorough, detailed in the application. And though you guys can work on the application right now, you cannot submit it until beginning of November. And then the month of November is your window to submit, November 30th being your deadline. Just the one deadline, no early action, early decision, no rolling admission. So some key things about the UC process that sometimes can be a little confusing. And best of luck to you guys, and stay safe, please. All right.
Great, thank you. And McDaniel College.
So something I did not get to take advantage of when I was a student was study abroad. McDaniel does have a campus over in Budapest, Hungary. About 33% of our students go abroad at least one time. I had a friend that went 3 times in a row. But my point is, whether it's study abroad or any other opportunities, no matter what college campus you end up in next fall, please, please, please look at the different opportunities, see what you can take advantage of. You're only in college for a limited amount of time. I'm sure everyone can agree with that. So please, please, use that time to the best of your ability.
Great, thank you. I bet all of us would like to go back to college and do a few things over. Thank you to all of our panelists today for your great presentations. Thank you to our attendees. And before we sign off, just a few quick items. When you close this window, you get a very quick 4-question survey that we ask you to complete. Also, just a reminder to sign up for more sessions at the same website where you signed up for today's session. And about 1 week from today, a recording of this session will also be available on that registration website. But thank you again to everybody. Have a great day and good luck in your college search.